As you know, it's always great to have you here with us, discuss and share so many things together. We have, not just Latin Africa, many people have rejected their cultures. Yeah, I know. We all try to be different, look different, feel different, meaning feel like we don't belong, feel like we belong in America, feel like we belong in Europe. But we tend to forget who we truly, really are, in the depth of who we truly are. So, it is crucial that a man knows who he really is. A man knows and respects his culture. As much as it's great for us to sound American, to sound English, to sound French, and whatever you like, it is very important that you know your mother's tongue. Yeah, I said it. It is very important for a man to know their mother's tongue because that's your true identity. That's what you really are in reality. I mean, you see a lot of people out here, they speak really well in different languages, international languages, so-called, quote-unquote, international languages. They will correct you of your mistakes, correct your accent, correct the way you sound, correct grammar, and so many other things. But they are incapable of formulating two sentences in their mother's tongue. Like, who are you really? As much as I'm not a sense myself, but we need to acquire who we are. We need to learn about ourselves. We need to get back to where we are. You cannot pretend to be anything else. You cannot pretend to be something if you don't get in touch with the bottom of who you really are. That's why it is important to know your culture. It is very important that you discover your father's village because that's where your identity lies in. It's not in the city. It's not in the capital. It's not in New York. It's not in London. It's nowhere else. It's in your father's village. And what saddens my heart today is many places, many churches tend to paint cultural things as witchcraft, custom as witchcraft, tradition as witchcraft. It's not. Today we're going to talk about something very interesting. I know that's the reason why we're all here. And I hope that everybody's going to get something positive out of it. We're going to talk about the Himba tribe. The Himba tribe, a very interesting tribe in Namibia. They live in the north of Namibia. They are a nomadic tribe, so they own a lot of cattle and cows and stuff like that. They went through difficulties during colonization because they refused to acquire the new mentality of Europe and overseas. They stayed the way they were for centuries. So they were discriminated against and they were not authorized to work or find any occupation as we call it today. So they stay segregated, but they kept the culture. They look very particular, very reddish in color when you see them. But this is because they don't shower. This is a tribe that don't use water to shower. They use water to drink. So a good Himba person has never showered his whole life. So what they do instead is they mix clay with so many other products, earthy products, which they apply on the skin to soften up and to stay clean. Who said there was only one way to be clean? Yes, that's very interesting. People that have been across Namibia, people who have encountered Himba tribes, they will tell you they don't stink. They smell really good. I know that's what you're thinking. How can somebody spend so much time and not showering and be okay to be next to? Well, you're going to be surprised. There are many ways of living life. These people don't shower. They use clay and other earthy products to keep clean. And also, I know you can imagine you're probably thinking about armpits and different other places that could be really disgusting if they don't meet water in any form of it. Well, what they do is they use smoke. They will sit on smoke to clean up, to smell good, to emphasize the cleanliness in different parts of their bodies. Yeah, I know that's very original. Instead of using water, they use clay. Instead of using perfume or any other thing, they use smoke mixed with other things. Himba tribe. Now, what's particular about this tribe again is that whenever you have a visitor, let's say a man has a visitor or somebody, a friend coming over, sleeping over from far away, the man has a choice to choose to say to his friend, my friend, you're going to sleep in my room tonight. You're going to sleep in my bedroom tonight while I occupy the next bedroom. If there isn't the next bedroom, I'm going to sleep outside while you sleep in my room next to my wife. Of course, you understand what's going to happen there. And this is all with the agreement of the wife. So she's not forced to do it. It's part of the culture. I know many people are disgusted and shocked to hear that. Who are we to judge? This is the Himba tribe's culture. So a friend of yours, a good friend of yours, a trustworthy person that you believe is worth the circle, you say, okay, for tonight, you're going to spend the night with my wife in my bedroom while I sleep outside. And for them, they say that's the way they combat jealousy. It's prevent them from being jealous. The jealousy concept is something that a relative from one people to another. I don't know if it's very, I know it's crazy to say that, because that's how we've been constructed. We have been built in a society where we are supposed to be jealous. Let me put it this way to you. If somebody had to tell you that, listen, don't worry about your husband. I know he's cheated on you. However, why are you so worried? Why are you mad? It's not like the next lady cut off something of him. He's still the same guy that you had yesterday. Why are you so mad? Physically, why are you so mad? Because they've taken nothing from him. But it's morally and emotionally that you hurt. So the imaginary or invisible things can hurt you physically, right? It's all about a concept. Because the person that have been with your man has not taken anything from him. She did not cut off anything of his body or your wife, whatever the case may be. But you're pissed off. Why are you pissed off? You're pissed off because morally you were taught that you're not supposed to share your man. You're not supposed to share your woman in an intimate way, right? And another person could come up with the concept saying that you're not supposed to share your food with anybody else. Would you find that normal? No, you say it's absurd. So it's all relative from one culture to another. And again, like I said, it's important to keep an open mind when you're discussing different cultures and different avenues of life, because there aren't just one way of living life. There are many ways of living life. So just because you were taught that this is the way you live life doesn't mean that's the only way you live life. The Himba tribe in particular is very interesting. In Namibia, very respected. They live in huts built with cow dung and mud mixed together, and it's sustainable to them. I mean, they sleep on top of cow skins. Okay, the cow skins peeled off after they killed cows. They own a lot of cows. That's the way of wealth and riches. For us, it's money, it's paper. We think paper is worth anything. To them, it's cows. You gotta have cows, physical cows, that you're wealthy, and that's the way it is. Who's right? Are we right to have a concept that says having money means wealth? Or are they right believing that cows is worth much more than anything you can believe? In their culture, women have the authority. Women guide. Women are the leaders. Women take, the forward step. They organize, they build, they get together, they work together. The particularity of this tribe is that they're most of the time naked or half naked, and they're not worried about that. And as much as that may be surprising to you or shocking, it is not to them. Put it this way. When you go to a place and you hear about a masculine person that likes a masculine person, if you don't believe in that, how do you feel? You feel somehow disgust, for those who are disgust, right? If you hear about a man that's interested in young kids, how do you feel about that? You get pissed off most of the time, right? But do they feel the same as you? No, they don't. Because their way of seeing life is different than the way you see life. You perceive life. So that's the same mentality you apply with the Himba tribe. They move around naked, but they don't perceive the nakedness of the next person as an opportunity for pleasure. It's not that. To them, that's how they're created. They don't need bras or anything like that. That is their culture. And I think what's important here is the message is that you need to learn about your culture as an African person. And whether you're African or not, you need to get to the ground of who you truly are. What's your real identity? Who are you for real? As much as we may sound different, as much as we may look different, it's important that you know your mother's tongue. It is crucial that you know your culture. It is very necessary that you go to your father's village, know where you come from, and not just adapt to anything else out there trying to be different. It's great. You are free to do whatever you like, but not to the cost of forgetting who you truly are in reality. The bottom line is, within the next generations, most of us or most of our kids will be unable to remember our languages. And this is how languages and tribes and cultures disappear. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with who you truly are. Thank you very much, fellas. Let me know how you feel about this. A man feeling comfortable to allow his friend or his whoever share some time with his wife. And again, what was told to us is that when you let somebody else spend the night with your wife, many things may occur, like pregnancies and stuff like that. So how do you react to that? Okay. Yes, these people thought about this. There are many people in Himba tribes that are born of these sort of moments, one night situation, and they are called Mwekassa. These kids are called Mwekassa, and they are not segregated. They are not treated differently from the kid that you know what I'm saying. They are treated exactly the same way, and they are part of the community. And some research tell you that 17% of the Himba tribe are fruit of Mwekassa. They are fruit of be with my wife for one night, and that's part of the culture. Let me know how you feel about this. If this is something you like, that interests you, feel free to follow us, give us a follow. We're going to share various ideas and great things. Thank you very much, and I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day. God bless.